Hi guys, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please do subscribe. Today is Thursday. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1850, a hippopotamus arrived in Britain for the first time. It was gifted to London Zoo and led to a big surge in visitor numbers. It did once manage to escape, but was lured back to the enclosure by a keeper being used as bait.
Alexa, celebrity birthdays.
Today's famous birthdays include Irish actor Cillian Murphy, American professional wrestler, actor and Canadian football defensive tackle Joe Onowai, Andrew Lambrou, English actor Ian McKellen, and Canadian-American actor, comedian, singer, screenwriter, and film producer Mike Myers.
Alexa, how old is Mike Myers?
Mike Myers is 60 years old.
I think that's the guy that played Austin Powers. You know, Austin Powers had these funny teeth, didn't he, and glasses, Austin Powers, but he attracted all the women. He had glasses and funny teeth, but he attracted loads of beautiful women, Austin Powers. Right, Alexa, what's the time?
It's 8:36 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Thursday the 25th of May.
Alexa, the weather?
Currently, in Rochester it's 12 degrees Celsius with clear skies and sun. Today, you can expect mostly sunny weather, with a high of 17 degrees and a low of 7 degrees.
And Alexa, the Daily Joke?
Doctor, I swallowed a fountain pen. What can I do? Use a pencil instead.
Right guys, so yesterday I went to Chatham. I don't really want to visit Chatham again. I had an unpleasant experience. I just don't like the place. It's like deprived. It's not the people's fault, but the place is deprived. So it's full of drug addicts and it's full of people that have no money, and you frequently get asked for money by beggars, and you get a lot of homeless people sitting on the floor, and you also get a lot of drug addicts. Now, I don't mind giving money to people that genuinely need it. I've got no problem with that. But you've got to be careful. You're not giving your change to someone who's a drug addict or a drunk. And it's best that you don't give them money at all. So I don't really like going all the way to Chatham. I did yesterday because I felt like I had to. It's not a nice area. It isn't. You'll go into a shop, you'll get pushed about, shoved. People are genuinely like poor now, and they're unhappy, and a lot of them are angry. And I just want to just go into a place and come out. So it's not a place I'll be visiting today, no. Where I live, there's a local library, there's all the conveniences I need, there's post offices at the moment in Rochester and Strood, and if there's a local supermarket, there's Morrison's in Strood. There's all that nearby. The only time I really need to go to Chatham, like I said, is when I, can't get a doctor's appointment where I am, and I have to go to the doctor's in Chatham. And I really was just doing someone a favour yesterday, trying to help them, and I ended up feeling very, very upset and annoyed. And I don't like feeling like that, because I'm twice as likely to get cross, and I don't want to be in those moods. I want to be in a, if not happy mood, just a normal mood where my emotions are just flat. They're not up or they're not down. I don't like getting really, really angry. I also don't like being made a fool of. I don't steal. There's no need to steal. I get benefit every 2 weeks. I don't spend it on drugs. I don't spend it on drink. It's disability benefit. I have a disability, and that is there to help me. I don't have any support workers. I don't have anybody coming in and out helping me. So I have to look after myself. There are times when I'm in my flat and I feel so unwell that I would like a bit of support, but I haven't got any, right? I don't know what's going on. Someone thinks that I'm something that they can just push about, shove about, and I'm always going to do as they say. And that is not the case. It's not the case anymore. I'll go out when I want to, not when somebody else wants to, at the time I want to go out. Right? So, I went out yesterday around, it must have been 11ish, 11, half 11. Came back for lunchtime and I felt thoroughly exhausted and fed up. So I went out for an afternoon walk with Max after taking a train to Chatham, getting a train back to Rochester. I carried a couple of bags, came into my flat, then I ate my sandwich, had a drink, took Max out for a walk around the field again, and tried to cool off, because that unpleasant experience in Chatham had made me feel highly annoyed and frustrated. I go to my mum's to help my mum. I ended up getting an ear bashing and called a thief. I goes to Chatham the following day. All the shop keepers are looking at me as if I'm a thief, turning the self-assessment checkouts off, and I don't do that. The co-op where I live has self-assessment checkouts, right? I don't need to thieve. I take my shopping up to Kim. Kim knows me. I put the shopping on the counter. She puts it through and I pay for it, and Kim puts it in a bag. There's no need for this shit. I don't need to steal. When I can't get shopping, I'll have it home delivered. Where I used to live, there were drug addicts, drunks in the blocks of flats, unsavoury people that probably did steal. I don't steal. There's no need to. I'm not a thief. And if my mum thinks that when I go round there, when she goes to the toilet, I pinch things, the only solution to that is not go up there anymore if she thinks that way about me. My mum did ring me very briefly last night and I didn't have a long conversation. Not a long conversation at all. It was just very brief and lasted about 10 seconds. Because I feel disgusted with the way I'm being treated, and I'm not letting people treat me like that anymore. Okay? I stayed indoors. I had a shower yesterday. My gas went off. I went to have a shower about 4:30 yesterday afternoon and the gas went off. Fortunately, I still had emergency credit, so I went down to the gas meter and I activated the emergency credit. Then I came upstairs and I had my shower. Right? So I'd only been gone a few hours round my mum's, comes back, the gas has gone off. So I activate an emergency credit, have a shower, and then around 7:15 last night I took Max out for a walk. By myself, even though I've had trouble recently, I went out by myself. And I just went for a walk and I ignored everything. Tried to keep a calm, cool mood and just went around the field. Came back home and I'd purchased the whole set of Rocky, the DVDs. So I put Rocky, the first Rocky on the film, where he meets Adrian, the shy lady that works in a pet shop. And as we all know, Rocky has got dark black hair. Sylvester Stallone is a grey old man now. Alexa, how old is Sylvester Stallone?
Sylvester Stallone is 76 years old.
In that, Rocky was in his 30s. Sylvester Stallone was in his 30s in the Rocky film, the first one. He's 70 now, over 70. So Sylvester Stallone is knocking on, he's getting on. I remember watching the Rocky films with my ex-husband up in Gloucestershire. We're all getting old, we're all getting older. When we get older, we can't always do the things we want to do. You know? Look at Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis was in the Die Hard films. He's ill now. Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis playing a big hard character. He's an ill old man now. Alexa, how old is Bruce Willis?
Bruce Willis is 68 years old.
68. We all get older. We all can't do the things we used to do. As you get older, you need to slow down. You have to look after yourself, or you're going to overburn and make yourself ill. When people put pressure on you, you have to turn around and say, no, I can't do that. I can't do it. You'll have to do it. I can't do it. You're younger than me. I can't do it. And that's it. I was sorry to hear the passing of Tina Turner. Tina Turner, another entertainer that I used to listen to quite a lot. And my father, Derek, used to listen to Tina Turner. Very vigorous, bold woman that had been through domestic violence. Her husband had given Tina Turner domestic violence. She was a strong woman and battled through domestic violence, and she won. Some of us go on to be famous, have money, and are able to cope with what life throws at us. Others remain poor and just have a shitty day every day. That's the way life is. That's the way the cookie crumbles. That's the way you just cope with it, what life gives it you. If you're born a royal, you're privileged. If you're born poor, you've got nothing. It's what life deals you. You can't afford to moan and you have to get on with what you've got. Because life is short. How many times do I have to keep saying that life is short? And harassing and bullying other people doesn't give you Nikki, harassing other people does not give you a better life. It doesn't make you feel better, does it? For a while it might do, but it's not going to make your life better because you bully someone else because you haven't got what they've got. What I do is I'll go outside. There's people prettier, more successful. They've got more cars, more houses. They're pretty. That's the outside surface. But when you chip away, you'll see that they haven't got everything you think they have, right? There are days when I feel, oh, bollocks, I've got nothing, they've got everything. We all feel like that. But at the end of the day, you've got to be happy with what you've got, right? When I was a kid, I had nothing. I used to go to school, oh, I've got this summer to say, I'm going on holiday. Do you know what? I just got on with it. Whatever was thrown at me, I got on with it, and I've been through some awful crap that shouldn't have happened. I didn't lie down and die. I didn't lie down as a kid and die and cry. I just got on with what I was dealt with, even though no one helped me. I've learnt to not trust adults because as a kid I was mistreated, I was abused. But it hasn't stopped me live my life, has it? I still go outside. I don't let people rule me. And if someone has put pressure on you to do something you don't want to do, you say no. And if they don't like it, that's their problem. There are times when I've needed help and no one's been there. No one's been there. But they expect me to help them when there's no one to help me. So do you think I'm going to dance to the beat of their drum when they're not helping me? Oh, I'm going to get up, I'm going to go out of my way to do for something that someone that's taking the piss out of me, laughing at me and behind my back. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. Because if you do that, they don't respect you anyway. If you keep doing what they say, just like that, they don't respect you, they just think you're a doormat. If you turn around and say, no, I can't do that, you'll have to find somebody else or go somewhere else, they've got no choice but to do that. Because I've been fooled so many times, and I found out, right, I've given money and they've already got money, they're just trying to get more, or something like that. You learn. It takes a long time. But I know what happens at funerals. Once the person's dead, everybody flocks to get their possessions, comes into the flat, takes away all their stuff, and they're forgotten. So if you want to be remembered in this life, you've got to respect yourself. Respect yourself first, treat yourself first, and then deal with others. Because if people see that you are a doormat and you're going to be trodden on, you won't be respected, and you won't be remembered after you're gone. They just think, oh shoot, they was a doormat, and they're just going to take all your belongings and treat you like a sack of shit. It's the same with men. I've stopped having men into my flat. I've been clean of that addiction for over 6 years, and I will not invite someone back to my flat unless they're clean, tidy, respectable. That's the end of it. If I can't find anybody that's clean, tidy, respectable and treats me like a woman and not a piece of object they can hit or thrash or treat like shit, then they're not coming into my flat. It's as simple as that. And if you want to take the mickey out of me outside, I'm just going to walk past you, smile and forget you ever existed. And that's it. No longer am I going to tolerate people's unwanted rubbish. And what you do unto others comes back to you. I remember sitting on a train, going to meet my son in London, and this couple, it's rude, isn't it? Oh, so-and-so, have you been to see the rug doctor? The rug doctor. We need to sort the carpet out. I think you need to call the rug doctor. And I've got that loud, booming in my ears, a quarter of the way up to London while I'm off to see my son. I don't want that. That's fucking shit. I'm not going to lose my temper with him. I got up off of my seat and I moved and go to somewhere else. Because that's just plain rude. Right? It's plain rude. I don't want to hear their fucking conversation. They just want attention. They just want you to notice them by being rude. And the best way to get my attention is to be nice and polite to me, not rude. and disgusting. And as someone else has had the same problem, when you ring people up on the phone, they start laughing. Or, oh, you really need that, do you? Sarcastic. To make you cross over the phone. Giggling and laughing in the background while they're on the phone to you. There's giggling girls in the background, like they're immature little kids in a playground. Laughing. If you want respect, respect me. See you later.